Hello friends, welcome to Life with Karen. Tonight I'm making a homemade vegetable soup, what I consider the kitchen sink. It's got a little bit of everything in it, so I want to give you a little bit of instruction on how to do this and have a good, warm, hearty, healthy supper. We had a cool day today. The temperature is fixing to start getting warm again. Spring is here, so I wanted to get this last bit of soup in before the hot weather sets, and so I want to give you a little instruction on that tonight. So come on, let's get started. Okay friends, I have two pots here. The reason I have two pots is because I started with the one pot and I put too much in, so therefore I had to go over to the second pot. This always happens when I make soup. I don't know why, but what I did was I started with some things that I had. First thing I started with was some beef flavored broth. It doesn't matter what kind you get. This is no added MSG and gluten free. So this is healthy. It only has 5 calories per 1 cup serving. So I wanted to put some of this in here. It's got some good stuff in it, so I want to do that. Then I took frozen lima beans. They were dried lima beans, and I had some dried split peas that I put in there. I cut up some whole carrots and put in there. I chopped up some potatoes. I also had about a half a head of cabbage that I had left from the other day. I chopped that up, put that in there. Put some onion, I put a whole onion in there. Then I added some salt, some pepper, some sage. I like sage, what can I say? I put sage in there, just a little bit of everything. And so now it is cooking. And I chopped up some fresh tomatoes and put in. So this is going to be some really good soup. My husband came in a while ago and decided with his vegetable soup he wanted some meat. So I had some breakfast ham that I had in the freezer. Yes, it was frozen. It's a thin sliced. And so what I did was I just took out a couple of pieces. Even though this has got beef broth, it's fixing to have some ham in it. So we're going to take these pieces of ham. Now, it didn't take this ham all to cook. So I took and just chopped it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to throw it in here, stir it around, and let it cook. And that's going to add more flavor to the pot. It's going to have that meat that my husband likes to have. He likes to have meat with all of his dinner, so it's going to have some meat in it. I'm going to stir it around right quick. And now while this soup is still cooking, I'm going to make something that goes good with soup. Jiffy cornbread mix. We're going to make some fake cornbread, as some people call it. I'm not really good at making real cornbread. Now Granny, she can make good cornbread, but now me, I like to use Jiffy cornbread mix. I like to cheat a little bit. So let's get started making cornbread. Okay friends, back to making Jiffy cornbread mix. We're going to make it in a muffin tin, and my daughter Desi wants to help, so I'm going to let Desi do the fun part. Desi, I need you to take this egg and crack this egg in this bowl. Okay, stick it over there in the compost bowl. And then we're going to take this whisk, and Desi is going to whisk that egg. And while Desi's whisking the egg, I am going to open our Jiffy cornbread mix. Now, it has the directions on the side. I'm not real good at following directions. Sometimes I add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And today I'm going to add something to this cornbread that's probably going to freak some of y'all out. All right, Nancy, scoot over that way a little bit. No, don't take that out. Here, I need you to mix that in. Mix it together. Stir it slow and hold your spatula up high like that. Turn around this way a little bit so you can move. I can kind of just see the back of your head a little bit, Lissy. Okay, go ahead and stir it up. All right, now we're going to add our milk. Calls for a 1/3 cup of milk. Go ahead and stir it in. Stir that around. Now, something I add that probably most of you don't is whenever I use Jiffy cornbread mix, it's already sweet, but I like to add a little extra sugar. Now, I don't use a lot of sugar for everything, but this, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of sugar. Okay, let's just add a little more. How about a tablespoon and a half? I told you I don't use measuring spoons very much. Okay, Desi, whisk it around real good. Get it good and incorporated. Got it? Now while Desi's doing that, I'm going to take my muffin tin, and I'm going to use, I like to use the Pam, or it can be non-name brand, either or. I'm not big on name brand stuff, but you can take and just spray your little tin a little bit, a quick spray, and then I'm going to take and put it in the pan. All right, Desi, thank you. Take this and go right over there for a minute. Don't cut it off yet. Okay, now, I'm going to get rid of her spatula, because it's a lot easier to dip it up with a spoon. Give it a good stir. Okay, and then you're going to pour your muffin tin. You don't want to pour it completely full, about 2/3 of the way. So you get a nice little round muffin top on it. Now this is going to be more than 6. This should really make about 8. So I'm going to have some left over, so I'll make another little small batch in a minute. But you see how I have, it has spillage on the top? You want to make sure you get that off. Desi, hand me a paper towel, please. Thank you, Desi. Okay, I wiped it with my fingers, but you can go back and just wipe it, because if you don't, it's going to burn on your pan. Now, before I put this, I'm going to cook this in my gourmet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, I'm going to sit this down, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and I'm going to turn this, I know it's not in the picture, baby. I'm going to turn this on and get it heating up. Okay, now we're going to take our muffins and we're going to put them in our gourmet air fryer. They're going to cook for about 20 minutes. The muffins cooked for 20 minutes came out perfect. The soup was absolutely delicious. I failed to make a recording of the end results. I apologize, but it was delicious in the end. Thanks for stopping by. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Thanks.